Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, May 1st. We're here for episode 76. I think you'll enjoy it. Ownership versus sharing God's word. Now, I used to talk about this a lot because the church has always tried to take ownership of the Bible, and therefore we fight with translations of each denomination, and it just splits people. It splits denominations, it splits people. We need to go back to where I use the example when I was young, and if I borrowed my neighbor's bike to ride, my mom and dad would always say you have to return it to them in better shape than what you borrowed it. So clean it, wash it, oil the chain, all the gears, and take care and return it to them in the best condition it can be in. But if I own it, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to complain if I put it away with sand in the gears and all dirty. And I look at that with the Bible. If we take it and say, this is God's word, it's not mine, it's not about me, and I will honor it by taking what it is, and I will treat it with respect. I will treat the words in there as God's words, and therefore I won't alter them or interpret them. That's a word that every denomination uses as an excuse to make it say what they already believe. So ownership, you take ownership of the Bible and you do things with it you should never do. But if you take it as borrowing, you're borrowing God's word to teach with, then it becomes a whole different story. You treat it with respect. Zechariah 12, verse 6, 1 through 12. The burden of the word of Adonai concerning Israel. A declaration of Adonai, who stretched out the heavens, laid the foundation of the earth, and formed the spirit of man within him. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling or reeling to all the surrounding peoples when they besiege Jerusalem as well as Judah. Moreover, in that day I will make Jerusalem a massive stone for all the people. All who try to lift it will be cut into pieces. It's saying all those people that try and take advantage of Jerusalem. You ever see that in the news lately? Anybody arguing over Jerusalem? How that needs to be returned back to a people that doesn't even exist called Palestinians? There's no such people. There are Saudi Arabians who were separated in 1967. They're not a different race. They're not a different gender. They're not anything. In that day, it is a declaration of Adonai. I will strike every horse with confusion and its rider with madness. Now, when is this? This is War of Ezekiel 38, 39. He said, when people come against Israel, which is, in my opinion, we're not too far from this war. I think it's at hand. Now, at hand could mean this year, next year, maybe the year after that, but it's close. You see all the nations that are listed in Ezekiel 38 all coming together now against Israel. I will keep my eyes on the house of Judah, but will bind every horse of the peoples. In that day I will make the leaders of Judah like a firepot in a woodpile, like a burning torch among sheaves. What is he saying? They're going to be raring to go, able to fight. Adonai also will save the tents of Judah first. That's the tribe Jesus came from. So that the honor of the house of David and the honor of its inhabitants of Jerusalem will not exceed that of Judah. Now we know that David becomes the prince of Israel and will sit right under Jesus as the ruler of all of the Middle East and the world. Now, I just want you to know that we need to stand with Israel no matter what. They're not always right. We need to call them out when they're not. But that doesn't mean that we abandon them, because if we abandon them, God will abandon us. Now, tell your friends. We're at streetlightgr.com/Facebook. YouTube at Streetlight Bible Study 4006. And be blessed, always be blessed, because we are blessed, and be a blessing to others. Thank you for tuning in.